Hey everybody, good afternoon. Today is Thursday, June 5th, 2025. This is Ben Capozzi with Broad Shoulders Farm in beautiful Halifax County, Virginia, USDA Grow Zone 7B. I'm still a little hoarse from being sick the last couple weeks, but I'm able to talk somewhat. And so I'm just going to give you a little update on some renovation work that I'm doing in this garden behind me. That used to be the upper potato patch, but now I'm turning it into sort of an additional, just regular old garden growing space for me. It got really overgrown, and I weed whacked it the other day to tame it, and now I'm going to come in and start actually developing it a little bit more. Sorry, what's going on with my eye? I'm not pulling an Elon Musk here. I'm not on ketamine or anything. I just got something in my eye right when we started talking. Anyhow, if you're into that, the garden, not my eye, that's what's coming up next. I'll flip the garden around and I'll explain to you what I'm doing. Hi, sweet boys. Hey, Hop. I already fed you guys earlier today, and you got blackberries. So don't come begging again for right now. All right, so right here on the corner, I've got a really nice muscadine vine that I transplanted from our house in town. And I think I stunned it. It has been just kind of lackluster for about 2 or 3 years. But it really kind of exploded last year. And I pruned this side this winter. I didn't get around to this side, but, you know, c'est la vie. But I'm happy because I think it's finally settled in. And it's going to give us some grapes this year, which is great for such a big vine. Most of the grapes I grow are muscadine, which are native to this area and pretty disease resistant. So I'm happy to have them. Excuse me. But yeah, so this is the garden. Formerly it was the upper potato patch, as contrasted with the lower potato patch, which is that way. The lower potato patch has been turned into the willow garden, which I'll do a video on at some point. But this one, I want to turn into just a more normal garden, normal-ish. Standard maybe is the way to describe it in terms of the contents, like corn, greens, turnip, squash, etc. And I've got room for lots of beds. There's plenty of room in here for lots and lots of stuff. But yeah, you can see I came in with the weed whacker a couple days ago and just brought it all down. It's mostly dock and what's that called? Bull thistle, which I let go to seed one year. Way over there, and now it's spread kind of everywhere. Excuse me, but I hate taking it down because the bees just love it, but it spreads crazily. Speaking of things that spread, you can see some horseradish plants that I've got in here that I've kind of used them to lend some structure to the garden as well as do some insect repellent work. Excuse me, and also harvesting it, it's turned out to be a fairly profitable crop for me to sell root cuttings on Facebook Marketplace to folks. It's kind of popular, so appreciate that. Got a Saijo persimmon tree in the back corner there. This is some primrose, evening primrose that just popped up, which is crazy because it's a plant that I was looking at getting seeds for years ago. It is a source of, I think it's methionine. I can't remember, but it's a kind of an important supplement in poultry feed. And I wanted to grow some, and then it just kind of manifested here on the farm at some point. Don't know how that's possible, but happy it's here. So I've kind of trimmed around it and I'm letting it go. It was like one small bush last year and now it's spread a couple different places. But anyhow, so what I'm going to do to reclaim all this is I'm going to till out these rows, throw the dirt over to the side, cover it all with a really, really deep, like 8 to 10 inch layer of hay. And I had a delivery this morning of 100 bales of, excuse me, of 100 bales of organic hay from our friends at Tuck Farms here nearby. And I got that for $4 a bale delivered, which was great. So anyhow, I've got that. So yeah, I'm basically going to reclaim this space and use it as a Ruth Stout style garden. Ruth Stout, a little old lady from Kansas or Kentucky. She gardened well into her 80s, maybe even 90s. I'm not sure. She wrote a book on her gardening technique, but it basically involves smothering everything out with a really, really thick layer of hay. And then you leave that there over the season, and it basically smothers out everything underneath. And then when you're ready to plant into it, you push it to the side. And you got your nice little row there with good contact with the soil, and you plant your seeds. So that's kind of what we're going to be doing here. So that's what's coming up. I'll stop yapping and I'll get to work, but I'll just show you where last year I did get a little bit of this done. I tilled this out. I threw all the dirt to the sides. I even did some light tillage in the actual bed. So this is a bed, that's a bed. And I filled this with like 4 or 5 inches of compacted straw. So this is the pathway. Excuse me. Same thing over here. This is a pathway. This is a good garlic bed right here. I've got to do some research. I can't tell if I've missed garlic scape harvesting season or if I'm right on time for garlic scape harvesting season. But either way, I've got to cut those scapes off so that the plants will focus on building big bulbs and not setting flowers. But just so you see the path. So now the job before us is to take the rotary tiller or the walk behind tiller and carve out these paths again. Excuse me, sorry to cough, folks, but can't help it. Carve these out, fill them with hay. So I've got my walking path set up, and then get over here and just smother all this stuff with hay. And I've got 100 bales to do it with. So let me get started, and I'll come right back in a little bit and I'll show you some progress. So I stopped my tilling real quick just because I thought here was a nice example of a kind of, if not exactly, how the Ruth Stout technique works. This is a bale of of hay that I left out here, excuse me, all winter. So it's June 5th now. I probably put this out here in January or maybe a little bit before, whenever I was planting out my garlic patch. And I just left it here. So I took the rake here and I pulled some of it aside. And this is basically what you're talking about. You leave this really thick layer of hay, in this case it's like a whole bale just breaking down. But when you're ready to plant, you pull it aside, and that is a pretty darn nice planting bed, you know. Not a whole lot of weed competition. Now that it's pulled apart, the sunlight can get in maybe, but I could drop starts into there or go ahead and do seeds. And as soon as they come up and get a good size on them, I can push the mulch right back around it like a little turtleneck, and these would be good to grow. So I just thought that's a little example of basically what I'm going to try and do with this whole spot. All right, so there we are. I tilled up each of the pathways back and forth several times. It's now nice, really soft soil. The job is to come in now with a shovel and toss this onto the paths, but you now get an idea. Sorry, toss it from the paths onto the beds, but you now get an idea of what the beds are. There's bed back there, bed back there, bed over there. Bed there, bed there, bed there, bed there. Bed there, bed there, bed there, bed there. Bed there, bed there, bed there, bed there, and even some space up against the perimeter fence there. So that's where we are. Not sure how much more I'm going to get done tonight. The sun is setting, and I've got some more chores to do before nightfall. So that's where we're at. Questions, comments, concerns, helpful critique are always welcome. I'll do another update next time I make more progress on this. Meanwhile, you can follow the farm at Broad Shoulders Farm on Facebook, Instagram, Blue Sky, and Pixel Fed. And yeah, I'll catch you folks later. I hope that you and those you care for are happy, healthy, and well, and continue to stay that way. And look way back there on the tree line. Look at that chestnut tree. And that thing is loaded with catkins. So that's exciting. All right, catch you cats later. Bye-bye.